Clinical examination of the musculoskeletal system. The hip joints. The hip resembles the shoulder in that it's a ball and socket joint, allowing movement in all directions too. In the hip, the socket is deeper, allowing a smaller range of movements, but providing great inherent stability. The movements of the lumbar spine allow a fair range of movements of the leg, even if the hip joint has been arthrosed. The symptoms of the hip joint are pain, limb stiffness, and clicking. Pain arising in the hip joint is usually felt in or around the groin, although it may go down the thigh. A pain felt mainly in the buttocks is more likely to be a limited form of sciatica, as referred from the lumbar spine. Pain arising from the hip is usually worse when it's bearing the greatest load, as when the patient is standing or walking, although it may also disturb sleep when the patient turns over. The referred pain is common in the hip joints. Pathology in the hip may present with pain in the knee and vice versa. Limp. The commonest cause of the limp is pain causing the patient to move his weight quickly off that leg onto the other. It is called arthralgic gait and produces an altered rhythm of gait. A type of limp which can be heard as well as seen are common. Mechanical causes of limp are short leg, insufficient abduction of the hip, stiffness, weakness, and instability of the hip, knee, and ankle joints, as well as an artificial leg or fracture. Is a stiffness. The loss of movement at the hip can to some extent be overcome by movements of the lumbar spine, so that the whole pelvis tilts in the required direction and carries the leg with it. So the most common deformity to cause symptoms is an adduction, adduction. So an adduction contracture, which makes access to the perineum difficult, may interfere with sexual intercourse. Severe contracture may make one leg cross over the other. Okay, so clicking. So clicking is usually due to the tensor fascia lata slipping over the greater trochanter, which, though it may be uncomfortable, is of no great importance.